Greetings, fellow noobs, and welcome to another NuubCast. Here we have spawned on Scrap Station with Hanzist. Hanzist, the red Terran player, and an old favorite, OG Suna, back again as Zerg, having taken a break from the game for a while to do the responsible things and go to school and study and take exams and all that stuff. He's now back, but no longer playing Protoss, as he was on hiatus. Came back to play his more comfortable race. What race are you? Forgot to check. Is Suna going to tell him, or is he going to make him come and find out? That's freaking brilliant. Whatever language that is. I wonder if what in the world? Oh man. I don't know how he did that, but hopefully he's trolling Hans East right now, which would totally make my day. Because I don't think OG Suna, I'm pretty sure they both are playing on the NA server, so it's not as though they're going to be able to do anything crazy. OG Suna bringing out... What does that mean? Bringing out the 2 drones, going to drop one for the early expansion, and the other one's going to be scouting around. He's got his Overlord in the back of Hanzist's base, who has his gas down and getting 2 barracks up quickly, trying to wall in against any early Zergling aggression. Gas going down for Suna. No spawning pool as of yet, but I'm guessing we're going to see one right now. Decently timed. And the first Marine about to come out for Hanzist. That was way too long for me to be quiet. Always like to keep things going. Don't like to have much dead air at all, if at all possible. Orbital command coming out for Hanzist. Scrap Station, one of my least favorite maps. I know that it is heralded as one of the more balanced of the maps. I have had very little success on this map. I mean, it may just feel that way, because you know what, bottom line is I'm terrible. But as we see the metabolic boost down, both 2 queens coming out for Suna, and Hanzist getting a tech lab down, early stim, getting that stim immediate. So it looks like we are going to look for an early stim marine push from Hanzist. And it's going to be interesting because Stim Marines tear through Zerglings. It's going to be interesting how OG Suna responds, if he's going to get roaches or if he's going to stick with the Zergling attack. Zergling's going out to scout. The question being, is he going to see? Stim will not be done by the time the Zergling gets there, so he will be able to see that there is this this tech lab working, and considering it's all Marines, he's got to know that it's going to be Stim coming. Let's see, what's he going to do in response? Still no. There's the Baneling nest. Very good. Going to do the Banelings. Duh. I should have known that would be the better response even than roaches, because they can tear through roaches as well. That was a great response by Suna. Baneling nest went down immediately upon scouting that tech lab. Stim is about to be finished, and so it looks as though we're seeing another factory go down and an armory. So perhaps we're going to see Stim Marines with an early Thor get pushed here. He did get the second gas. I'm assuming it is for that, but he's going to need a tech lab on that factory if he hopes to get a Thor, and there it goes. No engineering bay, so it does there. So it's not as though he's looking for upgrades. Oh, there goes the eBay. So maybe he's looking for upgrades anyway. Tech lab about to be finished. Doesn't have enough for a Thor yet. The armory is now complete, and Zerg coming up to poke his head again, seeing the upgrades are done. Nothing left to see. Marines out, clean up that scout, and a tank on the way, not a Thor. That is curious. Are we seeing any upgrades? Not yet. More banelings being made. Layer tech being researched for Ojisuna. Lots and lots of banelings. Well, here's the question. Does Hanzist have a scout? He has seen the baneling nest. He knows a layer is coming. So he must have scanned over here. So he is now he must be forgoing his Thors and getting tanks to counteract as he's getting siege tech. There's the baneling bust. Lings are going to get through. Not going to be enough. Immediately killed by these Marines. But it was... I don't know. I don't think we can call that a successful bust. He was able to kill a supply depot, which did supply block Hanzist for a moment. This supply depot is going to be back up, getting some more missile turrets as well. More siege tanks coming out. More Zerglings. A few more banelings. I suppose I should call them speedlings. Inject, bitch. There we go. Sorry, channeling a little sigh there. I have been, as of late, rather fascinated by Zerg. Not because I think that they're better, just the mechanics of it seem more fluid, and seems like everything coming out of the hatchery is actually easier. Yeah, I know that the mechanics for creep tumors and injects makes it more macro intensive for the Zerg players, but man, not having to do anything with your buildings seems nice to me. As Protoss, I'm really struggling with unit production, and I really think it's killing my game. I'm not really considering switching to Zerg. I don't think I'm good enough to play Zerg. But man, I'm in another ladder funk, getting creamed, and I'm just never gonna ever gonna break out of silver. We got centrifugal hooks down, almost finished for the banelings. Infestation pit down, upgrades coming, and that Thor finally peeking his head out here for Hanzist. We do have a couple of tanks. The command center going down. Going to finally try and get that expansion. Ojisuna has grabbed the high yield and has mutas, lings, and blings now moving in for some glorious, well, probably death, because if he tries to move in with this few units, if the Marines come out without the tank backing, it's not going to be good for them. Yeah, you need to get the heck out of there sooner. More banelings. Need to bring over more Zerglings, I suppose. Going to try and saturate this high yield. What do we got back here? Mutas in the back, hoping to perhaps get some mineral line harassment, but not going to happen with those turrets. Certainly not enough mutas to do that any kind of damage. Double Evo chamber, but nothing upgrading yet, just the flyer attacks. Here come the Marines with the Thors. Not going to be a good scene. Banelings are not what you want to use against Thors. You want to kill those Marines, get a surround on the Thors with the Zerglings and have some range Hydras or something to finish off those Thors. But you definitely need more units, and mutas aren't going to be the ones you want. Although we do see quite a few mutas here now. We're working on 10 mutas. More Zerglings on the field for Suna. And now we have 4 Thors and a handful of Marines. 2 handfuls. Now looks like Hanzist is moving out. Got the planetary fortress completing here at the natural expansion. Lots and lots of Zerglings coming out. 4 OG Suna spreading that creep through the middle here, trying to break, using a spine crawler to break down these rocks. Hey, not a bad idea. You can just set it to go, set it and forget it, and he'll do all the damage for you. Getting more and more units down here at the minerals. Mutas are going to move in, but once again, these turrets are going to push them away. They're going to swing around and try and get some damage done back here. It looks like Hanzist not going to react and try and build any kind of... There's the missile turrets, but they are too late, and these mutas are going to come in here, and if they desire, do all sorts of damage. Oh no, not stay away! He should have stayed back here and killed off the planetary fortress. Would have been a better use of his efforts, but with the army so close, I don't think it would have done much anyway. Tons and tons of Zerglings here at the Zelnaga Tower. Not seeing any more tech. Another hatchery going down. Starting to float quite a bit of minerals. Getting some more upgrades. And getting the Greater Spire. Is it going to be... It's going to be Broodlords. Going to have to be Broodlords, I'm guessing. They outrange the Thors. Stay away from those big old missiles. I always think that's hilarious looking. Looks like Hanzist is about mined out here. And getting nice saturated on his expansion. Now Suna taking a third at the, what would have been, I mean a fourth I should say, what would have normally been his third. Taking a fourth. Tons of banelings being produced here in the middle. Doesn't look like Hanzist is ready or willing to move out, and not really making a whole lot of guys. Kind of sitting on his laurels as far as unit production goes, and now finds himself supply blocked, not able to make the Thor that he wants to make, not making any more Marines, afraid of those banelings, just having a few in his standing army, about 18 of them, not that much. And with the Banes, oh, you got a magic box, those bad boys. Zerglings getting the surround on the Thors. Here come the Banelings doing all kinds of damage. And that is that. Oh my. And Hanzist leaves the game. That was unexpected from me, from my part. I didn't think that Suna was going to have enough, but just the sheer number of Banelings and Zerglings was able to take out what had become somewhat of a lackadaisical force by Hanzist. He had a pretty big army, but with the third and fourth going down for Suna, he was able to not only catch up but surpass Hanzist and take over this game. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep climbing that ladder.